you have just raised, the purchase of Fortuners, now of executives from monies remitted from city parking, as you were saying. Am I correct?
Yes.
When did this incident occur?
Well, towards the end of towards 2023, August, towards the election, city parking used to enforce on one bylaw, which is the parking bylaw. Then we made a resolution for them to enforce another bylaw, to give them two. We have about 16 traffic bylaws. So we gave them the second bylaw. Now this bylaw related on parking, how you park, proper parking. Now the sharing of the revenue was that they collect the revenue, we get, it changed 50% of that, and 50% stays with city parking for the admin, 50% comes to the city council. Now, because it was the first year that they were implementing that bylaw, it raised $2 million US. And the $1 million US, I'm not counting the ZIG, the $1 million US was then remitted to the city council. Now, when the $1 million US was remitted to city council, we were going into elections. So the council then dissolved. When we came back to then say, okay, what happened to that $1 million US, because we had earmarked it for doing the parking lots and all that. We were then told that it was used. What it was used for, how it was used, and then we then learned that purchases of vehicles for the executives had been done in the time while we had been electioneering and coming back.
So your evidence is that when you were out campaigning, $1 million was used to buy Fortuners and other
vehicles or any other
vehicles for executives. Now this raises the question that residents would like to get answers on. Surely these executives have defined packages and perks that go with their respective jobs.
Yes.
Now, how is it that they were able, if we were to go by your evidence, to purchase vehicles willy-nilly like that? If they have defined packages that show what they should have, when they should have it, if it is a car, what type of car is bought, when is that car bought, and that actually is controlled by regulations given by the ministry, is it not?
Yes, it is.
Now, how were they able to do that?
Well, what they are able to do when it comes to their executive packages, they will then say, I'm entitled to the vehicle. The question is sometimes it's about priorities, because they will be having the terms.
No, let me get you straight there. When you say they will then say, it appears to me that the decision is theirs rather than written documents that indicate their packages. When they say I am entitled to a motor vehicle, surely an entity like the city council cannot then just grant that vehicle if that is not part of their packages. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, we will not.
So can you explain there, how can they say I am entitled to a motor vehicle?
What they do is that they have terms of conditions of employment. And those terms are governed by the contract that they would have entered with council, directives issued from the ministry from time to time, among other laws. And then that would then say if you are a particular grade, you ought to get this particular type of vehicle. So what then happens is in a situation such as ours, where the resources are scarce, sometimes it's a question of priorities and also a question of whether they've obtained the requisite permission and where who has permitted them to do what they have done.
All right, no, let me get this straight. Do their terms of their condition of service allow them certain vehicles?
Their conditions of services, yes, the town clerk, the directors and certain managers are allowed.
After how long?
Certain types of, they then change after the normal period is after 5 years.
But at the time during the elections, which is 2023, were they due to get those vehicles?
Well, it is not clear because it's one of the issues that we've asked for the documentation of the vehicles. Currently, as we speak, those vehicles do not come at Town House. We have not seen the vehicles. What they've done is when we came back and we started inquiring about them, then it became opaque. And it is the same with the executive salary role.